Welcome to our topic, research methodology. We are going to break it into three parts. The first part will be the definition. Second part will be the four major research methodologies. And the third part will be about the process in research methodology. So let's go with the first part. The objective of the whole topic is to introduce the student to the research process in major methodologies. For example, qualitative, quantitative, descriptive, and mixed methods research. And then it will conclude with the research process. So that is our objective. Second objective is learning outcomes. We have three learning outcomes. Number one is explain the methodology in the main research method. Number two, identify the main aspects of the research process. Number three, apply the methodology in your own research. So this third question, or this third expectation or learning outcome is very important and very practical, because you need to use the skills that you learn from this topic in your own research. So after the learning outcomes, we have the outline of content. I had said at the beginning that we are going to break this into three parts. So the first part, we are doing the definition. Second part, we are looking at methodologies in qualitative, quantitative, descriptive research method, and mixed methods, mixed methods research. And then the third part, we will focus on the research process. So that's the outline of content. And then we have some guiding questions here to guide your thoughts as you go through this topic. What are the main terms and definitions in research methodology? What are the four main methods in research methodology? What are their advantages and disadvantages? So these are the ones we have there. What is the research process and where does it begin? So as we continue, we start with the definition. What is research methodology? Research methodology is defined as a procedure. It is defined as a technique that is used to identify, select, process, and analyze information. That's the basic definition of what is research methodology. And to do the identification, to do the selection, to do the process, to analyze the information, you get to that through observation. It's something you have observed and then you've decided to do a research on it. Then it can also be experimental if you're doing quantitative research, or simulation, or derived information if you're doing qualitative research. What is research methodology? Research methodology has elements of logic. That means you can follow it from the beginning to the end clearly with a system and with a format or something like that. What is research methodology? It is methods and procedures of data collection and analysis, and also ethical issues. If you look at your chapter 3 must have all these things we have highlighted here. Methods, you describe your methods, you talk about your procedures, you talk about how you will analyze your data, and you talk about the ethical issues with the data that you have collected, or how you're going to collect it, or just the basic validity of your research. What is research methodology? It is the method you use to do your research. This is an old definition of research methodology that we have. Then, research methodology helps your readers to decide. Please underline the word decide. This is a very subjective thing, but for your research to be considered as reliable, considered as valid, it's important that you take care of your research methodology. If a scholar or if a researcher wants to take your work seriously, the first place they go to, they not look at your background to the problem, statement of the problem, and all that things that you do, all those things that you do at the beginning. But some will go straight to your chapter 3 to look at your methodology, and that will help them to decide whether they can read your research or take your research seriously or not. What is research methodology? According to C.B. Peters, It is knowing in advance necessary steps to research, from defining the problem to writing a final report. So here is an infographic of what we have said, that research methodology is the research that you did, how you collected your data, how you analyze your data, any tools or materials you used in your research, your rationale for choosing that method, and also your statement of ethics. So when you're doing research methodology, you need a clear and well researched statement on explaining your methods, your overall approach that you used. You describe your methods of data collection and methods of data analysis, and then you evaluate and justify your methods of choice. And then from there, you write your proposal. And after your proposal, having defended it, now you can go to the ethics review committee for permission to do that research, and then you apply to NACOST.